It's Lauren with Bead Box Bargains, and today we're going to take a look at our new upcoming items releasing this week, starting today, Monday, March 23rd, through Friday the 27th. So everything in this video should be up by Friday. So to start out, we have some glass bead mixes. We have this gorgeous blue and green mixture here, mostly blue, and it's really more teal than green, but got a lovely mixed 4mm rounds there. And then we have a strand of mixed 4mm rounds also. Some really nice, bright, cheerful colors here. You got kind of red and pink and purple and blue and turquoise and yellow and white. That's a fun strand. Again, 4mm rounds, and these both have kind of a lustery finish. This one's got some AB. This one's mostly like a pearl luster. All right, next up we have back in stock these fantastic lampwork beads. So these, I think it was last February's box that had one of these. They are gorgeous. They remind me of Apatite. I think they'll look beautiful with Apatite. Spoiler alert, we have some Apatite coming up this week. I think it'll look absolutely beautiful together. So anyway, these are sold individually, but I wanted to show you two. They are handmade. You may find slight irregularities around the drill hole just because of how they are formed. They're just not all completely 100% even. But, a little round spacer or a bead cap or something will cover that right up. And that is normal for the hand-wound lampwork beads. All right. Next up, we have these great pendants back in stock. So you've got, looks like a dyed lapis tab down here. And then some very gray labradorite. There's not a ton of flash in those, but they look it's a really moody look overall. You've got this dark, dark silver, almost gunmetal, like heavily antiqued silver finding in that fun moon pattern. Very celestial, very moody. I love it. It's a vibe. Kind of gothic feeling almost with those deep little chevron accents at the top. They're sold individually, but again, I wanted to show you multiples so that you could see the variation in the stone there. I'll pull those down a little bit. All right. Next up, this one kind of got left behind when we listed its friends, and we found it in the back. These are those color-lined bicone beads, and this is a really nice bright green. I love it. It'll be great for spring. So we've got those. You get a bunch in there too. I think it's a 10-gram bag. Quite a few. All right. Again, back in stock, we have these adorable little cubic zirconia and 18-karat gold-plated brass. At least I think they're gold-plated. That's what they look like. Little chandelier findings with the sparkly cubic zirconia crystal accents there. These are so pretty. They're great for making like a multi-strand piece or a little delicate chandelier earrings. Just lots of options. I think they're gorgeous. All right, and next up we've got some Botswana agate charms. These are so cute with little gold finished, I believe it's brass bezel there. These are faceted, so pretty. As you can see, they do vary. Some of them are like darker brown, almost black. Some of them are more gray-white. You get 2 pieces per bag. I wanted to show you 2 sets so you could see the variation there. All natural, really beautiful Botswana agate, and the faceting is just so nice. And then on the back, it is flat. I'm going to show you that. It's really, really faceted and sparkly on the front. So we have those. All right, back in stock, we have these amazing 40mm teardrops in bronzite. We've got some really great metallic accents in that bronzite. It's just a beautiful mix of mottled browns and dark gray. Just so, so pretty. I love it. It's very woodsy. And then we have lapis, and this does look natural. I don't see a ton of evidence of dye here. But I'll take a look at the manufacturing notes and make sure that that's the case. So we have those. Then we have apatites And there's a lot of variation in this particular batch. Some of them are more like dark green. Some of them are more white blue. Some of them are really vivid blue. So each one's different. We'll have some variation pictures on the website for you too there. And the next one's flower amazonite. Also a lot of variation. I've got 3 of them here. This one's mostly white. This one's kind of gray. This one's very classic amazonite colors. Flower amazonite varies quite a bit. So they are sold individually, and it's kind of a surprise. We also have picture jasper, not as much variation, but I'll show you 3 anyway. Each one is still going to be unique. You've got some great sandy brown desert tones. I love picture jasper. Each one really does just look like its own landscape. I think that's so fun. Just leave one of those out. So I'm running out of space here. Then we have some rhodonite. Again, natural variations. Some have like lots of gorgeous black spiderwebby patterns. This one's interesting. It's got like a bunch of cream at the base and then your pink and black at the top. This one's got more pink, some really strong contrast with those black stripes, or like they're almost linear in there. Some great patterns. Each one, again, is going to be unique. And then we have moss agate. So I love this. It's so pretty. You have some almost blue-green. You have some deep, deep dark green. You have some that have some brown in them. Just really beautiful. Again, each one is natural and unique and different. All right, next we have these labradorite faceted teardrops. And these are really fun. So they are faceted front and back. This one's got like lots of little granular bits of flash in it, if you can see that. Yeah, and the same on the other side. Ooh, this one's got a little more dramatic bluish flash. I hope it comes through the camera there. That's really pretty. Wow, that one's pretty dramatic. And then this one, it's more of like a subtle rainbow flash in the kind of, it's funny, it almost looks like a storm in the distance. Like it's very much toward the center of the pendant. So that's really interesting. But each one, again, unique and different. Some of them will have more understated flash. Some will be more dramatic. Some of them will be lighter in color. Some of them will be darker. All natural labradorite in this beautiful little faceted teardrop. It's a really great pendant. All right. Next, we have back in stock this adorable little hummingbird pendant. It's got this great little teardrop charm at the bottom, the sapphire blue cubic zirconia, and some clear cubic zirconia on the body of the hummingbird. It's a really elegant, beautiful piece. Love that. And we also have these little dragonflies back in stock. So these are made of brass, plated in gold and platinum. They're very sweet. I love those. I always love it when we can get a piece in gold and silver. So whichever metal tone you prefer, you can take your pick. All right, and then these are the 40 millimeter labradorites. The flash is pretty, well, I guess it's on the side in this one. It's fairly subtle. There's quite a bit on the side edge there, not a ton that's going to be visible when wearing the piece. Let's see, this one's got, again, that kind of granular bits of flash. You can see that. Little bits of like a rainbow finish, or rainbow flash rather, but they're quite small. So again, lots of variation there. And those 40 millimeter teardrops. Next we have this teeny tiny little charm. I love it. It's a little house in the woods. It makes me think of Laura Ingalls Wilder. It's just, to me, it reminds me of the cover of Little House in the Big Woods. You've got these branches. You've got a little cubic zirconia moon peeking through the branches. And here you've got this little cabin. The smoke coming out of the chimney is just so cozy. I love it. Little teeny tiny petite charm. It's great. All right. Then we have these chunky amethyst. They are very chunky. Rough amethyst nuggets. So As you can see, they are very rough. These are like a natural formation. They've not been cut and polished really. And they are set in this like vintage style, antique copper finished. I think it's a zinc alloy probably. And it's hand soldered, so each one's going to be shaped differently. You've got a little loop at the back and then 2 jump rings for stringing attached. And each one comes on this waxed cotton cord with a little lobster claw and extender chain at the end. So they come already on a cord, but you can of course take them off and bead with them. That's what I would do. But they are ready to wear if you just want to wear them like that. And they do vary quite a bit. Look how chunky and thick that one is. Ooh, and I love the top of it. And then this one's a little bit longer. You've got some quartz at the top, which is really cool. It is really pretty. It's just a quartz vein in the amethyst. Anyway, I thought those were interesting. Those are sold individually, and they all do vary quite a bit. All right, I'm going to clean this up. We've got some spacer beads and then a few more findings and pendants and charms to look at next. And then we'll have some gemstones. Okay, also in this week, these are rhinestone spacer rondelles. So we've had lots of requests to get these back in stock. They've been on back order for a minute. They've been working on them. And we finally got them in this week, which makes me really happy. So these are a 20-piece pack. They're about 8 millimeters in diameter. You've got these sparkly little crystal AB rhinestones in these. And then we also have them in just clear white rhinestones with silver. Also very nice. These are super pretty quality. Very happy with them. We have them in black and silver. Just nice sparkly black rhinestones there. And this beautiful pink. This is an expensive color rhinestone to produce. So these are a little more expensive just because they cost more to make. Really pretty though. I love that pink. I've been really happy with the quality on these, and I think they're really gorgeous and sparkly, and I'm glad to get them back in. Also back in stock are these super cute detailed cylinder beads, and I think they would look so cute with those lampwork beads we just looked at too. The long cylinders, they're kind of the same shape, a little bit smaller, and they go really nicely together. Also back in stock by customer request, these are our 4mm brass stardust beads. Really pretty silver finish. These were in, oh goodness, was it January's box? Possibly. I don't know. My brain is not cooperating with me, but we've had them in a few times before. I'm always really happy with them. They're lightweight. They're really nice quality. The texture is beautiful. They're just a really nice seed bead to have. Okay, we've also restocked our stainless steel rounded rondelle spacer beads. And we got such a good deal on these, y'all, that even with tariffs being sky high still and everything, we actually were able to bring the price down versus the last time we had them. So very happy about that. These are so pretty and they're such a great quality. They're such a good heft to them. They are hypoallergenic. They are tarnish resistant. They're just really great stainless steel spacers. And they're technically a rondelle. They're slightly wider around than they are tall. So we have 4 different sizes. These are about an 8mm. Then we have like our 6mm. Also really good heft to them. The hole size is nice. It's a fairly large hole size. And I love these because they don't tarnish. They don't irritate my skin. It's really great stainless steel spacers. These are, I think, the 5mm. Again, really nice hole size. And then we have our itty bitty little ones, which are sold 50 pieces per bag. I believe. I will check on that. I'll make sure the count is accurate on the website. But just a really great little stainless steel spacers. Always happy to have those back in stock. And especially at this price. Very pleased with the pricing we're able to offer on those right now. Okay, we found these little Easter egg charms. They're rainbow striped, and I know we're getting kind of close to Easter now, so the timeline's a little tight, but I do think they're really cute. Very colorful. Then we have this beautiful charm, also a restock request. Just a little teardrop, cubic zirconia teardrop in gold-plated brass. That go really nicely with the March box as well. It's a nice little charm. Then we have these hammer style stainless steel hoop charms. It's like a teardrop hoop with a little round hammered style crescent really at the bottom. And we have those in this rainbow finish, 2 pieces per bag. Classic stainless steel. And gold finished stainless steel, which is really pretty. So I love those two. Super great. 2 pieces per bag. Again, tarnish resistant and hypoallergenic. I really love stainless steel. I've also got some cord ends here. These are little fold over cord ends. Super great for use with like the leather cording and stuff. We've got this little coffee mug back in stock. It just says coffee around the side. Little 3D coffee mug. It's a gold-plated brass. And these were a relist request too. These are from, goodness, February 2024. Just these delicate little drops, cubic zirconia ombre, sort of clear to dark pink drops there. Super duper cute. You get 2 of them. They'd make great earrings. I think I used one. I think that's why we got the restock request. I think I used one in my Coriana chain tutorial. Just very delicate and pretty. Speaking of which, we also have these beautiful gold-plated brass and stainless steel charms. Gorgeous quality, gorgeous detailing. Look how sparkly that little teardrop cubic zirconia is. You get 2 pieces per bag. They make beautiful earrings. Super cute. I love the little articulation there with the teardrop on the bottom. Really dangly and fun. Love those. We also have some bales, some stainless steel bales in stock, and these will work nicely with some of our larger pendants that we got back in. So we have this ice pick pinch bale with the little top bale attached. So you can just pinch it right onto your pendant, and it's a great way to make it easy to add to your design. And that bale is, on top bale is a good size. We also have we have several sizes. So we'll get you measurements on all of them. The size you're going to need is going to vary depending on how thick your stone is and how far the top hole is set from the top of the stone, because you need these little bale pieces to reach through to the hole. Just a quick size demonstration. Here's the bronzite and the labradorite teardrops we looked at earlier. And I think the smaller one, the 2490, is going to be the perfect size for the labradorite. All right, so you just set the little pins in the top hole, and then you would just kind of pinch it closed. And you can use pliers for this, but I'm just going to do it really quick with my fingers to show you how it looks. And there you go. It just adds a nice little top bale to a top drilled piece. I'll open that back up. So that's the 2490. That's the smallest size. And probably you could get away with the medium size. for these larger teardrops because the hole is pretty close to the top. Yeah. That looks nice. It feels secure. And that is the 2489. But you could also use the 2488 with this size. It's also great for pieces where the drill hole is just a little further down, which you often see with like a round gemstone pendant. For some reason, a lot of times the flat rounds, they just aren't drilled quite as close to the top as the teardrops are. And this is what the larger veil would look like on this teardrop. So again, I think personally I would use the 2489 with the 40 millimeter teardrops and the 2490 with the smaller faceted labradorite, just for some size comparison there. And then these will work really well. 2488, you've got about, looks like almost 10 millimeters of room there. So if you've got a piece that's drilled further down, or it's just larger overall and you need something, to look consistent, those are available as well. So we have those bales, and then we also have some bale beads, which are a great way to attach, for example, a pendant like this. You could just use a jump ring and attach this, and then you've got a horizontal drill hole, easy to throw on a cord. And these are stainless steel as well. I'm going to pick this all up in just a minute, but we have a couple other bales. We have, well, at least one. We have these antique copper finished bales too. It is so hard to find bales in copper and bronze. I don't know why, but we have this little 5-pack for you, and I think it would work nicely on either of those pendants we just looked at, but it is also very sturdy and thick, so I would need pliers to work with them. The stainless steel was as well. These they don't start open as wide, and it's easier for me to close it with my fingers than it is to open it with my fingers. So anyway, just for size comparison, yeah, you could use these on, looks like on either of these pendants as well. Okay. I'm going to show you just a couple more basic findings. I know we're really filling this up, and then I'm going to clean everything up. So back in stock, I love these. We have these beautiful antique silver links. You get 4 pieces per bag, and they are just so detailed all the way around and so nicely made. I love them. Really great quality. They are solid. Okay, also back in stock, we have our Stop It Crimps, which I really love these. I've been using them a lot. I've been very happy with the hold and the usability of them. They've got this little pin that you just push down with your pliers. You use them just like a regular crimp bead, but instead of squishing the crimp, you're pushing this pin down to pin the wires in place. So we have them in both this little cylinder shape, like a rondelle sort of, and also a round shape. So these are very nice quality and super sturdy. I'm very happy with this manufacturer. So I've tried a couple different factories, and before we started releasing these, and these are my favorites. So these are the ones. These and all the ones that we've had in stock are from my favorite manufacturer. I'm a little picky with those kinds of things. We have some really nice rose gold finished, just little 2x1 crimp beads. It's my favorite size for use with at least the wire sizes that I use most frequently, which is like a 0.3 to a 0.7. They work really well with all those. All right, next we have these adorable little dachshund doggies. It's a set of 2 little gold finished brass charms. I think these are 18 karat gold plated. Got a little loop at the top of the back there. Super cute. Sold per pair, so they come with a friend. Then we have these adorable These are resin. It's little teacup charms, or coffee, excuse me. And then it's like doggy latte art. So we have two styles. They are a little white resin 3D teacup with a little doggy latte art face. And I don't know why they are so adorable, but I just had to have them. So you've got these little white ones, and then you've got brown ones that have like a little poodle latte art in them. So very cute. If you like dogs and you like coffee, we got you covered. All right. This is such a sweet little charm. It's just a little flower bouquet, a little cubic zirconia. Very simple, but very well made. The detail is gorgeous. That's so cute for springtime. And the antiquing is really nicely done too. I think it's a stainless steel. I don't know, it's very heavy. I will check on whether that's platinum finished brass or stainless steel. But either way, really, the quality on that feels really good. Okay. Next, we have a set of little freshwater pearl links. So they come already strung on eye pins. Great for making beaded chains or anywhere you just want a little genuine pearl, cultured freshwater pearl on a silver finished pin. So great little links. You get, I believe it's 10. Yep, looks like 10 per bag there. Okay, and next up we have some stainless steel head pins back in stock. I love how straight and thick these are. Really nice quality little ball head pins. And a good quality flat head pin too. Nice rounded heads there. Always good to keep those in stock. And we got some rose gold finish ones too. These are really very expensive to produce right now. So we have some little short head pins and some longer ball head pins. And I have some gold finish ones coming. I've had them in production for a while. Hopefully they'll get here soon. We also have these jump rings to match in an 8mm, it looks like stainless steel. And then we have, I believe it's a 5mm and 6mm with the rose gold finish. And these ones are open, they come open. Okay, so those are our findings for this week. We'll have some earring findings later. Next, we have an amazing shipment of gemstone beads to look at. All right, first up for our gemstone arrivals, we have these sparkly amethyst microfaceted beads. About a 3.5 to 4mm looks like, somewhere in there. I'll get them measured for you. Very nice. Then we have some really fun dyed quartz faceted cubes. So these are a lovely blue. They definitely look like an apatite color of blue. Then we have these minty blue-green ones. Super pretty. Here we go. Let me sure I put the right bag with the right strand there so I won't confuse myself later. We have these beautiful magenta pink cubes. Such pretty fastening on these. They look almost more like a 5mm. Really pretty. And then these deep royal blue. Gorgeous. So vivid. Look at those. So sparkly. And we have these lovely purpley blue. Quartz is one of those stones that just takes a polish and a faceting so well. It becomes so sparkly. I love it. It's classic. We also have some multicolored dyed faceted, often called Malaysia jade. Again, the dyed quartz rondelles here. These are little 4x3mm rondelles. This strand, of course, is a mix. You've got blue, yellow, green, and this like dark pinkish red. Super pretty. We also have the lighter colorway, which is pink, icy blue, and then that lovely peachy orange. So 2 different options there. Okay, this next strand might be my favorite this week. Look at these chunky sunstone beads. These are technically like a rectangular nugget. You can see this one's kind of irregular, but all the rest are fairly regular on this strand. They are strung with little glass beads between them to help prevent chipping. Just amazing, creamy, peachy sunstone. Look at the granular shine on these. So pretty. These are stunning. They're big, they're chunky, they're bold. I love them. They're yummy. As we always say, for beading, not for eating, but they're still yummy. I love those. Ooh, these next beads are super pretty too. So much cool stuff. So these are, I believe, African turquoise. So that's technically a dyed Jasper, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And I love this faceted, slightly irregular cylinder shape. Again, with glass beads to help prevent chipping. And here we have some gorgeous green chrysoprase, I think. That's what it looks like. Might be... Yeah, I think that's chrysoprase. I will, of course, take a look. We've got some interesting patterns in this one. Beautiful apple green colors. Yeah, definitely. Because like this one almost looks like chrysocolla here. But I don't know, the greens and the inclusions, like those black dendritic inclusions, those mossy brown, very much says chrysoprase to me. So I will take a peek and just double check that. But that is, I'm fairly confident in that. We have these gorgeous moss agate coins. Look at these. Beautiful faceted coins. Gorgeous assortment of greens, dark greens, sea greens, lighter greens. These are so pretty. It's so shiny. Obsessed with those. And then we also have these ocean jasper coins. They're a little puffier, which is fun. Very beautiful neutral tones. Got some grays, some reds, some browns, all kinds of different patterns, which of course ocean jasper is known for. And some are, this batch actually has a lot of sort of solid colors, which is very interesting to me. These charcoal gray are amazing. Some really pretty jasper there. Then we have these flower amazonite lantern beads, which are incredible. Look at the fasten on those. Looks like about an 8x6 millimeter. Wonderful size, beautiful, beautiful gemstone. You've got lots of sea foams and mints, some brown, some cream. Just really, really gorgeous beachy strand here. All right, I have more than filled this mat up, so I'm going to pick these up, and we've got some more gemstones coming up. All right, up next we have some gorgeous pink rhodonite lantern beads. Again, super chunky, just absolutely beautiful, stunning faceting, lovely tawny pink color. These are fantastic quality, and I love them. Next we have some nugget beads, some green aventurine, classic. It's a really nice size tumbled nugget there. And then we also have blue aventurine, which is a natural variety of aventurine. Really pretty. Love it. A little bit rarer than the green kind. Next, we have these gorgeous pale lilac beads. I'm going to take a look at the manufacturer's notes, but thinking they're definitely either a very pale lavender amethyst, which is what I'm leaning towards, like a very quartz heavy amethyst. You get lots of cloudy whites, just a little bit of purples. Could also be lepidolite, but with the finish that they have, leaning towards lavender amethyst. Again, we'll definitely take a look and see. They don't look super dyed to me, but I will take a closer look at them with some magnification, and we'll take a look. Now, these are definitely dyed. These are some gorgeous, crackly, dyed, heat-treated agate beads. I love this light pink color. Super cute. A little bit of faceting, some crackles. Those are great. Then we also have some, I think this is black agate. Might also be obsidian. The black ones are so hard to tell. Now it's agate. You get some of those white lines in there. So black agate here, really gorgeous, glossy shine. Also likely dyed. Then we have these stunning sodalite faceted rectangles. Look how nice these are. Just gorgeous. The faceting is beautifully done. They are, again, strung with seed beads to help prevent chipping. Just absolutely stunning stones. Look at that. Also very yummy. All right, push those up a little bit, make some room. Next we have beautiful, I think this might be chalk turquoise, just looking at the markings, which is very light in color when mined, so it is stabilized with a lot of color added. It's really pretty. It's either that or it's a dyed magnesite. I'll have to take a look. This other one definitely looks like magnesite to me. You've got these linear brown markings, scream magnesite. So again, dyed, very pretty. This is lighter turquoise blue. This is a lovely vivid turquoise blue. You can see the contrast there, both absolutely gorgeous. Next we have, these are so cute, these little teeny tiny leopard skin jasper, like Zuni bears. So 4 pieces per bag. The colors and patterns vary a lot with natural leopard skin jasper, but they're very earthy. Lots of reds, oranges, browns, grays. Super cute. They are center drilled top to bottom. You get 4 of these teeny tiny petite. I love them. Super cute little Zuni bears. There's another pack, so you can kind of see the color variations there. And then next we have some cylinder beads. I think we can at least fit the rose quartz here before I clear the mat. These are beautiful, really chunky, fun cylinder beads in natural rose quartz here. Love that. Really beautiful strand. Okay, I'm going to pick these up and we will finish up our gemstone beads here in a second. All right, we have 2 more strands of cylinder beads here, both lovely. Look at this rhodonite. Beautiful. I love those chunky pink and black beads. Some really interesting browns in there too. Just absolutely gorgeous stones. We also have red jasper. This is red rainbow jasper because you've also got some creams in there too. Really, really pretty. It's a lighter tone than a brushiated jasper. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love that. It's so nice. All right, next up we have apatite beads. And I want to show you several strands because this lot does vary quite a bit in intensity. Some of them have more of the white in. Oh, this one's cool. This one's almost chatoyant. And some of them have more of the blue color showing. This is a natural stone. You get natural variations. They are all absolutely stunning and a steal at the price that we got. So very excited. This is 3 strands. Wanted to show you multiples again, just so you can see the variation. Absolutely lovely. So those are the 8mm. We also have them in 6mm. And again, there's going to be some variation from strand to strand, fairly consistent within each strand, but these are different rough batches. So you may also see slight size variations. Some of them are closer to like the 5.5 to 6mm. Some are closer to like the 6 to 6.5. So you can see the strand in the middle is just a little tiny bit smaller than the ones on either side of it. So expect some variation with this lot. That is part of why it was such a steal of a deal. So these are incredibly priced. Just know that if you order 2 strands, they may not match perfectly. We can do our best. You know, if it matters to you a lot, write it in the notes of your order. We can't make any guarantees, but we do always do our best. All right. Next up are these beautiful tiger eye faceted rondelles. And These are a fancy, like, thin cut rondelle, which I love. Look at that chatoyant brown banding. Really love Tiger Eye. Such a beautiful stone, and I feel like it's very androgynous. You can use it for masculine or feminine designs. And it's really, really pretty and earthy. That cut is gorgeous. Very fancy. All right, next up we have rainbow fluorite cubes. About 4.5 to 5 millimeters, it looks like. So you get a lot of light purples in here, a little bit of green, a little bit of yellow gold occasionally. Just really pretty, beautiful, fascinating, great cube shape. Cubes are one of the most expensive gemstone cuts because they are a pain to cut. But this factory always does them. This lapidary does them so beautifully. We have those in amethyst as well. We have some 8mm tree agate back in stock. That would look lovely with some of our moss agate pieces that we looked at earlier. Really, really pretty. Always makes me think of evergreens and snow. It's nice. We call this almost like a mossy tree agate. You've got you've got the opacity of tree agate and, a lot of white, but you also have a lot of mossy green inclusions. So some tree agate is very white with occasional green branches. This stuff is very green with occasional whiter beads, which I love. Very foresty. That's totally a word, foresty. Okay, let's see. Move this around. We have another strand of cubes. Actually, a couple more strands of cubes, which is exciting. I love that. So these are a mix of sunstone and peach moonstone. Really, really lovely. Moonstone is going to have more of that, like, almost white shiller. And then sunstone has those granular, here we go, like, almost looks like glitter flecks, like gold glitter flecks, gold red. Kind of coppery. Really beautiful faceted strand here. And then this is Hubei turquoise. It's pretty heavily included. You've got a lot of browns and blacks. We've also got some beautiful greens and blues. Natural turquoise, it's been stabilized. So genuine turquoise that is stabilized or covered with a clear protective coating to help prolong its life, because turquoise is a very porous and soft stone. Everyday things like hand soap and lotion can really damage it. So the stabilization process helps make it a little better suited for jewelry wear. You still always want to protect your gemstones from chemicals as much as possible. It's just good, not so much etiquette, but like gemstone hygiene. Just prolongs the life and beauty of your gemstones. Okay, this is a beautiful agate strand. It's absolutely lovely Alaskan agate here from Mongolia. It comes naturally in this rainbow of colors. You've got greens and reds and purples and golds. Lots of like pink and like bluish green. Each one is so pretty. It's like a very muted, foresty pastel strand. I love that. And that cut is stunning too. The 6mm, looks like about a 6x4mm rondelle. That's a very nice strand. Thrilled with those. Also a very nice strand. Look at these chunky unakite cubes. These are big rectangular cubes. These are so fun. I love those. And they are gorgeous. Those lovely swirled green and red tones. I'm obsessed with these. They're so chunky and fun. Super duper pretty. Look at that. All right. I have filled up my mat again. We still have a few to look at. I'm going to clean these up, and then we'll look at the last of our gemstones. Okay, next up, we have the Lapis faceted rectangles, very similar to the sodalite we looked at, but these, of course, are Lapis instead of sodalite. So they're the same cut, but you've got that deeper, more indigo blue, and these pyrite swirls, and just super duper pretty. These are gorgeous. Look at that. I know, I love that rectangular facet pattern. Little puffed rectangle with facets. It's just so pretty and sparkly. I just love playing with it. Look at that. I am maybe easily entertained, but those sparkles make me happy. Next, we have some carnelian. I feel like this is a very ancient Egyptian color palette here, these together. Which would be a fun box. I've done one. It's been a while since we've had an ancient Egyptian box. Maybe we'll have to do that next year or something. Anyway, I digress. I love these carnelian 8mm rounds. Super duper pretty. So carnelian is same gemstone as red agate. It's just the version of the chalcedony that doesn't have stripes as much. It's mostly just the semi-translucent red-orange color. You'll have a little bit of stripes sometimes, but mostly not. Dyed and heat treated most likely. Almost all carnelian is. Ooh, and then we have these stunning prrenit beads. This is very light green prrenit. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. It's faceted. It's so pretty. The faceting is so nicely done too. The cut on these is really top notch. Look how sparkly. Just super sharp micro facets for that gorgeous shine. I'm so impressed with these. That is a beautiful strand. And then we have these really rustic feeling Hishi beads. These are our last gemstones. We have 3 different strands of these. I believe this is golden quartz. Really, really pretty. It may be color enhanced. Golden quartz isn't usually quite so bright in yellow-orange color. But I love that. Look at that. It's so lovely, like a nice goldenrod. And these are matte, so they've got a really, I don't know, kind of a rustic feel, which is great. I love that. Then we have them in the red rainbow agate, or Jasper, not agate, sorry. Same idea, both chalcedony, but these are opaque, so they're Jasper. Beautiful red rainbow Jasper. Again, the matte finish. It looks almost like clay, just that deep, deep red. Makes me think of Georgia. But I love it. It's really pretty. And then finally we have, these look like obsidian. Yeah. Obsidian is a natural volcanic glass. You can see, yeah, this one's got a teeny tiny chip in it. You can see it looks very glassy underneath the matte finish. Don't know if you can see that. It's very small. But, yeah, so it's a natural volcanic glass formed through, like, volcanic eruptions. Super pretty. I love obsidian. And this matte obsidian, again, it feels very rustic. It feels very ancient. I love it. Okay, so those are our gemstones for this week. Beautiful shipment. Super excited to get those in. We also got some great Czech glass in, so we're going to look at that next. All right. We have some gorgeous Czech bellflowers here. I love these colors. Look how bright they are. First off, we've got this metallic blue, which is just stunning. So pretty. Love those. We have this orange with a blue pebbled wash, which I think is a cool combination. It looks very rustic, very country cottage. Love that. We have orange with, looks like a sort of a antique Picasso type finish. Just some like brownish accents that really brings out the shape of the petals in those flowers. And then we have orange with, it's like a pinky purple, I think that's the rose pebbled finish on top, which makes it look very pink and again, kind of rustic. I love that, the way that the orange shines through a little bit. It's very, very fun, almost coral color. So we have those. Then we have these little cupped flowers, which make great bead caps. This is the Sage Blue Spice finish. They're sold per 10-piece bag. Super cute. And we have the chili pink, and I can't remember what the lighter pink is called. But these are also the sage, or not the sage, the spice finishes. So I think that's the chili pink, the darker pink. And there's another name for the lighter pink that my brain is not giving me, but it'll be on the website. And I might have them backwards as well. Again, there's 2 pink spice finishes. I'm going to be working 10 minutes from now and be like, oh, I know what it is. But right now, I can't think of it. So they're both really pretty though. So these are top drilled leaves. Love those. These are a dark peridot with that silver wash. So beautiful, that shimmery silver finish. We have a lot of pretty leaves coming in. We also have, I love this shape, more of these long barrels, and I love this finish too. This is the milky green with gold on top. So it's like a blue-green opal color with that lovely golden swirly shimmer on top of it. Those are so pretty. You get 6 per bag. And then here we have, I think this is the mixed lilac and crystal with gold on top as well. They're just so cool. I love those beads. The Czech Republic makes the best glass beads. They're just always gorgeous. Next we have, these are called an olive shape. 5 pieces per bag. So these have Picasso and then this pebbled lilac swirl over a crystal base. Super pretty. I love how these stacked coatings just create such a different feel. So this, I guess, is like the pebbled yellow over the Picasso. Very earthy. I love that size. It's such a great size. All the swirly colors. It's just fascinating. Here we have a pretty red brown. So you've got the pebbled scarlet over the Picasso in crystal. Lovely. Love those. Now we've got a bunch more leaf beads. I'm excited about these. They're all 10 pieces per bag. So these are, again, that sage blue spice. This time with this little, I think they call this a bay leaf. It is top drilled side to side through the stems, like right here. There's the hole. So very cute. We've got those in that sage blue spice color. And this beautiful turquoise with copper. Look at that. And that's what the back looks like. Stunning. I love the contrast between the turquoise and the copper finish here. It's just so very, very pretty. You have them in this lime green luster, which is such a great color. It's almost like an avocado green. Very springy vibe, slightly 70s vibe. I love it. It's a great color. We have them in, looks like either a very pale jonquil or a crystal with the green wash. Let's see. Yeah, it might be crystal with the green wash. Very cute. So this is a light topaz with a silver wash. Well, actually, I think it's silver. It looks almost white against the topaz. It's like the antique-y silver. Really pretty. I love the way it brings out the veining in those leaves. And we're back to these little top drilled, well, this is slightly different top drilled leaf than we looked at earlier. These are like the mini cherry leaf. They've got those 3 dots at the bottom. Again, top drilled side to side there. These are beautiful. It's like almost like a light aronite with that silver wash. Ooh, and look at these green and brown ones. These are stunning. I love that. So very, very nice. And then finally, we have these, which are that lime green, but with a pink, like a pebbled lilac, sort of pinky purple on top, which is a super interesting combination. Love that. They're very, very pretty and fun. We also do have one more bellflower here. This is a blue and clear combination with a silver wash. It's very cute. All right. And we have just a few more Czech glass beads to look at real quick, and then we'll finish off with our earring findings. Ooh, these are table cut. So you've just got this patterned oval. It's this beautiful like Kelly green silk with that gold finished edging. Love that. Very nice. Then we have some stars, baby blue luster. Super cute. Looks like about 20 pieces. I love those. And we have a few different cubes. So we have the alabaster with the pebbled lime, and then peach. And then these are like a light red with a gold shimmer over top. Very swirly gold luster. Love that. And one more. Oh, these are pretty. This is a champagne swirl. Look at that. It's almost like a light coppery color over the chalk white. Super cute. Yeah, it may be a light copper. I'll have to look at the numbers and I'll figure it out and write it out for you. So that's all of our Czech glass for this week. I'm going to pick this up, and we've got a few more findings to look at. All right, we've got some classic ball and coil stainless steel ear wires here. Nice size, nice quality. They feel nice and sturdy. Very classic. We've also got some brass and gold finished Lieberbacks. Or sorry, not rose gold and gold finished. That's what I'm trying to say. There we are. And these, I believe, are also over stainless steel, but I will double check on that. I love stainless steel for ear wires. Again, it is just hypoallergenic, tarnish resistant, and great. So these are just a classic hook ear wire. They also look like stainless steel. I will double check that for you. Love those. These are great for like a lighter earring. Just a really classic hook. Very elegant. I think they look really good with like a wrapped loop drop. So here we have again, I think this is stainless steel. It's harder to tell underneath the rose gold, but I will, of course, read the manufacturer's notes and make sure it's correct on the website. But this just has a little coiled bicone accent with a rose gold finish. The rose gold finish is one of the most expensive finishes to make. So anytime I can bring you a good price on them, I like to do that. And we also have some of those in the, I believe this is an 18 karat gold plate. Again, we'll check that out. But just a nice classic fish hook with that coiled wire bicone accent. It's very classy. We also have back in stock ear threads. So these, I believe, are brass, and they have a loop at the bottom, little open loop. So you can add, I would recommend a lightweight charm or drop. And then you just thread them through your ear, and they can kind of hang like that. There's a different style of earring finding, which is a lot of fun. And we have them in platinum, gold, and rose gold finishes, sold per pair. It is important to note that the exact length can vary ever so slightly. Like these are maybe like a 0.5 millimeter, slightly different. But because of the way that you wear them, you really aren't going to be able to tell. And those are sold per pair. And then finally, the last thing we have this week is also a restock here at customer request. And these are our enameled bead caps. And I love these. These are super nice quality. You've got pink and white here. They look like little cherry blossoms. Little 4-petal enameled bead caps. And we have a slightly lighter colored batch too that we have split out here. So you can pick whether you want the lighter or darker color pink. For reference, that's the difference. You've got the darker pink versus the lighter pink here. Very cute. And then we also have the blue and white. These are like a really deep steel blue. I just think these are so pretty. Really gorgeous enameled bead caps. All right, and that is everything that we're going to be listing this week as far as regular items go. And if you don't see something up on the website yet, know that it is coming. We are working on it. It takes us all week long to get everything up. We usually get through about 20 to 30 items per day. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you're having a good Monday. I loved the warmer weather we had over the weekend. We're back to a little chillier today, and hopefully it'll continue to warm up and get more spring-like. But I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. I appreciate you spending your Monday with me. It's always so much fun just to grab samples and run through them together and see what kind of goodies we have coming up this week. As always, thanks for being here, and happy beading.